supposed to return to my roots as a scientist and to use that as missionary work for, greater love and happiness, to get into the mission field as a behavioral scientist, going back to the roots of what I've actually learned. Why? What do I want for me and for everybody? I want more love. I want more happiness. I want more meaning. That's what I want for me and for everybody, because that's the sustenance of actually what we need.
Did that want come into high resolution in part because of the nature of that particular pilgrimage, the religious connotations and the prayer along the way? Or do you think that that was already a little beneath the surface and waiting to come out, and it would have come out in a different environment with a different
That's a
context?
good question. It's an empirical question. But I will say that all of the components of the pilgrimage, not to be metaphysical about it, not to be mystical about it at all the components of a pilgrimage, which is the physical difficulty, the strain that actually comes from it, the intense effort that you're making while away from these technological distractions, the work that I'm doing on my relationship with God and my wife, with whom I'm holding her hand and praying the rosary.
You did the pilgrimage with your wife.
Yeah. And I would have done 33 days, except she's like, no.
Yeah.
So we did the last 8, right? And all of these things turn out to be the ways that you open the vault of the right hemisphere of your brain, where the mysticism is actually found, the mystical side of your brain, which I believe God creates for a reason. But it might just be nature, and it might just be a coincidence. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is you must open that door, and all the things you do in a pilgrimage, open that door.
And also, if it is nature, it serves some very important, at least from an evolutionary perspective, function.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back at just like the history of science, but just to take a slight digression, at all the many things that we thought were junk DNA, all the many things that we thought were vestigial, all the many things that we thought were just left over and nature forgot to get rid of it.
Male nipples.
Yeah, well, male nipples I still don't have a great explanation or a great use for. I mean, maybe I'm sure I'll get some suggestions on X.
But let's watch the comments, Tim. Let's watch
the comments. I'm sure we'll have plenty of suggestions. But I mean, it's half your brain, along with the, everyone needs whatever, eight glasses of water a day and can only have 30 grams of protein at a given sit-in. We only use 10% of our brain. Not true. Like, we use all of it.
True. Absolutely. I mean, that was a thing when I was a kid in the 70s. Oh, if you could get access to the other 90%, and then a science fiction story will have the person who knows how to use the other 90% and can fly or something, right?
Really embracing and fully utilizing that right hemisphere kind of characterized the capacities that you're mentioning. I have just found it to be such an incredible unlock for me in so many ways. And just to deepen the somatosensory and psychological texture of life, like, you really need that right side, at least as you're describing it.
I've seen this in your work, by the way. I've been very aware and familiar with your work for a long time. And the typical algorithm for people who are seekers is to start on the left side.
Yeah.
And then they find their way to the right.
Yeah.
You become more spiritual, more mystical, more cosmic in your outlook as you've gotten older.
Yeah.
You wouldn't write The 4-Hour Body the same way today. I'm sure you wouldn't.
I stand by all the tactical stuff.
I love it. I read that book. I just really enjoyed it. I mean, I learned a lot from it, but it's a very left brain approach.
Yeah.
And you realized in your own life, as people generally do, that you needed the right hemisphere as well. And so that's why you talk about, it's like, why is Tim getting all mystical again? No. He's actually moving hemispherically into the full brain.